Good morning, masterminds. Welcome to another vlog. Since I ended the last vlog, I have been feeling a range of side effects, symptoms from the vaccine. I have a few notes that I took. So on the 13th, the day after I got the vaccine, second dose, I had fatigue, headache, muscle pain, and chills / cold sweat all at the same time. I was joking with Mia that I don't need to take Tylenol or acetaminophen because I ain't no bitch, chef. If you know that scene from Hell's Kitchen. I ain't no bitch, chef. Yeah. But I ended up taking one Target brand acetaminophen, and I felt so much better. I haven't felt fatigue like that before. Just my back muscles were in pain, very little energy, throbbing headache, like back towards the top of my head. It was like, what was this? Oh yeah, like my body temperature was like rising and dropping throughout the day. It's like, didn't feel good. Yeah. On the 14th, I felt much better. So I went to work. I thought about taking that day off the day prior. I just felt tired. But you know me, during work. There are many reasons to get tired. On the 15th, for a short while during work, I had a mild headache, and I felt warm, and my left nostril tingle and clog. I was fine after work. And then last night, before I went to bed, I was sneezing and had a runny nose. Maybe it's just because I was being unhealthy. Yesterday, carne asada fries from a taqueria, and I had McDonald's with Mia. 40 McNuggets, 2 large fries, mango pineapple smoothie for Mia, strawberry banana smoothie for me, 2 apple pies. Yeah. I had McDonald's twice this week, the 13th and last night. What's wrong with me? What did the vaccine do to me? Making me unhealthy. No. The vaccines are safe. Go get vaccinated. Go read the data. Anyway, I'm vlogging today to share developments in my search for a new car. Or, well, I already found the car I want, so, in my car buying process journey, I have notes here to share with you, because my thoughts are organized. So, on April 9th, I had time to finally have a phone call with the fleet manager at a nearby Toyota dealership. We talked about the quote I submitted, and he was the only one that replied to me. And him being the fleet manager, I was willing to speak with him because he has access to or the ability to make special orders. So he tried searching for my preferred color and transmission of the vehicle I want. Now, I want the 2021 Toyota Corolla hatchback XSE, 6-speed manual transmission, blue flame, black combination leather. 3 matches came up in area code 541, Oregon. Now, he didn't want to pay heavily to get one of those cars shipped here. I don't even think he has that authority. Yeah. I told him I really want the car. So he talked with his boss about making a special order to Toyota Manufacturing. He notified me just over 90 minutes later that the dealership will order the car for me, and I should expect to pay $23,359. So the breakdown of that cost, MSRP of $24,859 minus a rebate of $1,500. And of course they'll have to pay TTL, tax, title, license. We then agreed to meet on April 17th, which is today, at 11 a.m. On April 10th, I texted him more information. So I'll just read my text. I want to confirm the accessories I'd like added to the car, if the quote you received earlier this week didn't mention them. The all-weather floor liner package, lower rocker applique, mud guards, body protection package, and alloy wheel locks. Additionally, I am wondering if the $1,500 customer cash rebate is combinable with the 60-month 0.9% APR rebate. If only one is allowed, I'd prefer to qualify for the APR rebate. I've been working on my credit score, raising it. Feel free to save this information for our in-person meeting on April 17th. I look forward to discussing the out-the-door price breakdown further before signing a deal. Thank you. He said, got it, thank you. Yeah, so I'll be going to the Toyota dealership to hopefully meet him, if not his team. And then, yeah, I need to bring my checkbook for the down payment I'm willing to put down. And have my wits about me. I don't want to be upsold on things. I didn't know California was doing its own stimulus check program. Last night I saw I got $600 because I qualified for the Golden State stimulus. That's nice. And regarding my credit score, the latest update went up to 755. 755. That's considered on the 850 scale. 850 scale. Very good. Now that's important to me because I want to purchase the car by myself. I don't want a co-signer or co-borrower. I guess you could say it's a pride thing, but you know, I just want to prove that I'm an adult to others. Family has contributed to help me pay for the car in terms of down payment. So thank you. If you are one of my family members watching this video and have contributed, don't take it personally. Yeah. Adulting. Big life decision.
2 hours later.
I feel nervous. I'm just thinking about writing that check. If I even get to that part today. It'll be my first time writing such a large check. I've only written a check maybe twice or 3 times in my life so far. So many car dealerships. Honda. Henry, your siblings. We're gonna go visit your cousins. Oh shit, sorry Haley. Your cousins from Toyota. They're all Japanese. BMW Mini Cooper. Okay, here. Mazda, that's good. Toyota's here. Okay. Downshift. Signal. Traffic check. Plenty of parking. I think we'll park right here. Ah, shit. Maybe just a little bit more forward.
One hour later.
So, masterminds, I met with the fleet manager, Jimmy, for like 15-20 minutes. He thought I was another customer because he had 2 11 a.m. appointments. He was gonna give me keys to a Toyota Highlander to test drive, but I said no, I'm just here to talk about the 2021 Toyota Corolla hatchback XSE. I reminded him I'm Noel. We spoke on the phone. I was like, oh yes. He seemed very rushed, very busy. Because we were in the lot with all the new cars, he showed me a black version of the car I want. I looked inside through the windows, read the paper posted on the window. It's a very nice car in person. Of course, I've seen the CVT version at the other dealership I went to. But yeah, very nice car. We did talk about financing. He doesn't want to accept a down payment yet, only until there's confirmation that the car is allocated to that dealership. I do qualify for the 60-month financing plan at 0.9% APR because the minimum to qualify for that rebate is 720 credit score. Yeah. So I'm happy. So I just gotta keep up my credit, you know. Yeah. We were looking at his inventory management program thingy. Uh, the build of the car I want, there's 3 available. Well, 2 of them are reserved, but they're all like in Washington and Oregon. The 3 that we found within 1,000 miles of us. He did 3,000 miles for the whole U.S., continental U.S., and there are quite a few, a lot on the East Coast and Midwest. But it's still a very rare build. He did suggest that if I don't want to wait, I can go out of state to buy the car, have it shipped here to California, and then I go to the DMV to register it. But just want to keep my first car buying experience simple. Have the dealer just get me the car so that it could be registered smoothly, easily, quickly through the dealership. Yeah. So I'll just be waiting to get my new car. I'm in no rush. Henry. Even though Henry's crappy, I'm still attached to Henry. Henry is the first car under my name. In other news, last night I enjoyed with Mia WEEZER's OK Human Orchestra livestream concert. It's very good album. I like it a lot. What was I gonna say? I paid $74.75, $20 for access to the live stream, $45 to access the Q&A Zoom call after the show, and a 15% service fee. Now I shared on Instagram photos of the guys from WEEZER and a little bit of the Q&A session, but let me share the full videos I took. And the photos, yeah. Here you go.
Mr.
Can't
Henry's
find anybody
background.
now. Oh, there you are.
Used to be in the pine green here.
There you are. I'm trying to unmute the other guys, but now I can't even find them. Oh, here's Pat.
Yeah, I unmuted, but
Good,
it's like
good.
Carl won't let me unmute.
I didn't mean to do that. Where's the other guys? All right. Brian, Scott, can you hear me? Oh, there they are. Why are you muted? Sorry, dude.
How do you work this? How do you play this game?
Oh, now I'm unmuted. Okay.
All right, we're cool. Sorry I got that, guys. The whole thing went bananas on me. All right, everybody. I think everybody's
There's almost 300
in here.
people
Thank you all for coming. This is great. I think it's working great. And thank you for checking out the show. I think we're all in agreement that was pretty awesome. And we're going to have some questions here. We'll be checking your chat here, but we have
You're
some
gone.
questions we pulled from the Twitters. And I'm going to actually start us off with a question that I had, because I felt that I was thinking about this. The idea of the rock band doing the orchestral album and the orchestral performance. And I thought back to probably one of the earliest one of these, the Deep Purple with the London Philharmonic Orchestra.
Oh, nice.
And then it occurred to me, Procol Harum did the same thing at some point. And at the time, it was kind of like that was it was like the early 70s, and that was kind of like this new thing, like, hey, wait a minute, these rock bands can also have an orchestra. And then time went by, and that was not forgotten, but once in a while it happens. And I realized the idea of a band doing an album that's designed for that is very rare. Like, there's been a lot of bands that have sort of said, well, we're going to perform our music with an orchestra, and maybe we'll even release it as an album. But I haven't seen a lot of albums that are like, well, we actually had an orchestra on this whole album, and that's the intended way it was supposed to be. And then we went and we performed the whole thing with an orchestra. So I guess my question is kind of, when you guys were kind of young musicians and even earlier in Weezer, did you ever envision doing the kind of rock band with orchestra album and performing as a rock band with an orchestra? Because I never pictured it back in the earlier days of the band, and I'm wondering if you guys did.
No, never did that.
Carl, way to go.
I don't think I don't remember seeing myself on stage with an orchestra, but I've always been such a huge fan of orchestral music and classical music and musical theater. As you remember, I was such a fan of like Les Miserables and Jesus Christ Superstar, and that's a combination of orchestra and
Like his mustache.
rock music. So I knew it was in our future. I probably thought it would have happened a lot sooner. I don't know what took so long. Kind of probably could have done it after like 5 or 6 albums, gotten to the orchestra stage. But I'm glad we're finally doing it.
I remember, I think it was after the Blue album, before Pinkerton, there was a moment where Rivers was toying with the idea of quitting rock and roll and going into being a classical composer. Do you remember that, Rivers?
Yeah. And I went back to college and as a music major, and I learned quite a bit, and I really kept it up. I practiced so much this year and still learning a lot.
Came back with like Pinkerton after that, but
Yeah.
But there was a moment, that I remember Matt particularly saying that he was worried about that, and I was like, "There's no way Rivers is going to quit rock and roll, man. There's no way." Just felt it in my bones that he wasn't going to quit rock and roll, but it was an interesting time. I didn't for the 1 second think that was going to happen that way, so I'm glad it happened this way.
And Pinkerton is very very sophisticated musically. I mean, obviously it's just a 4-piece rock band, but the chord progressions and counterpoint, it's very influenced by the classical music I was studying at the time. I bet it would sound fantastic with an orchestra too.
Yeah. And as far as OK Human goes, Rob is pronounced Mathis. Is that how you pronounce his last name?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did such an excellent job with arranging, and I'm so glad you got to see the arranger tonight do the conducting, and I think that's really special because you can tell he really loved the music, and it's such an integral part to the sound of OK Human.
He's a serious presence and a very talented man.
Okay, how great did Heroes sound with that arrangement? Like, that was, I was just, I couldn't believe it. Like, honestly, if we got anything out of this day, it was that. Like, I'm so proud of that sound.
Mm.
We should bottle that up and do something with it.
I had a sort of follow-up question. Is this live arrangement that we all just witnessed, it sounds like the album basically to me, but I'm not an expert. Was there adjustments made between what we hear on the album and what was performed live orchestrally?
Another great question.
I don't know how many instruments were in the string sessions, and I can't remember exactly how many were at in Disney Hall, but to my ear it sounded pretty close. Like, yeah, that's pretty much what it was.
I definitely had to make some adjustments when I looked at the 3-part harmonies with the background vocals. I sang a lot of Pat's parts tonight. because a lot of times Pat on the record is singing by himself, and obviously it's just too difficult to play the drums like he does and to sing at the same time. So I took it on myself to like learn some of his parts, and some of them I just like a lot, and felt like I kind of sort of go through like what's more important. I guess his part would be the tenor and.
It'd be fun if you see Miss.
Is that right? Was it been the tenor, Rivers, or am I the tenor?
It's
Yeah,
in a
she asked a question
three-part.
about Africa
Three
cover.
part, yeah.
Is he higher than you or lower than you?
Lower than me, but higher than Scott.
Well, I mean, I know the terminology from barbershop quartet. So there's the guy on top with you would be the first tenor, and then below him sings the melody. That's the second tenor.
It's like,
Just pick one right now.
I'm trying. Oh, here we go. We already said
My question, please.
First one I saw, we already basically asked that.
Dang, the chat's going so fast.
Well, they say desire is the root of all suffering.
That's true. So Pamela Curlin asked something that I'm going to kind of modify. She's saying, hey, please redo the Black Album with orchestra. And that made me think, hey, would you consider doing any
I'm probably gonna say no.
material you've already released in an orchestral way in the future?
You would.
I'll
No.
consider it. You always consider it. I know you will.
Well, I couldn't be happier with the way Hero turned out. So I really hope that we release that audio somehow after today. That would be great.
Yeah, you
I
can just copy
really
and
like
paste it.
Falling for
Yeah,
too.
but my message has disappeared.
And
Sorry.
I don't know. It's possible, I guess.
Oh.
I feel
Yeah, I
like we're
should've
moving
saved it.
forward always, like instead of, I guess it's not moving backwards, but
How about a live album? Because
I've always wanted us to do a live album, like Frampton Comes Alive. Or
Like
some
Green Day?
shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Weezer Comes Alive.
Weezer Comes Alive. It's done. It's happening. It's a double album. It's a double album.
called The Magician's Nephew. You know what I'm saying?
Like the Silver Chair, the Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Come on, man.
How great are those books?
Weezing.
They're the best.
The best. I'm rereading them right now. Oh, I do the best. And I'm reading
Dude,
them.
you got to read his other books too. He's got a trilogy. The first one's called Out of the Silent Planet. You got to read it.
Oh, yeah.
Incredible. C.S. Lewis. Christian allegory, but it's fine.
Speaking of doing a different kind of album, Dan from Umbrella asked, since this album sound has gone over so well with fans and press alike, I was wondering, is there any other unique sound or style that you'd all like to try for a future album?
We're thinking like jazz trio.
It was either that or a ska album. I can't remember. Was it ska?
Like bum bum. That'd be good.
Ska.
well, I'll tell you a few of the styles we're gonna try on Seasons next year.
That would be nice.
Well, I'll tell you two of them. Fall is gonna be like dance rock, but like very band, like a band feel, kind of like Franz Ferdinand song, "Take Me Out," and the winter is gonna be like a '90s singer-songwriter like Elliott Smith.
Ooh,
It's acoustic.
loves me some Elliott Smith.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
What's spring gonna be like?
Spring is gonna be very easy breezy, like Island in the Sun.
Okay.
And then summer is gonna be like
Hello, Micah.
crunchy,
Like straight up like Skrillex.
crunchy Frenchie Beach Boys. You know, big guitars and but lots of harmonies. But throughout, like the songs are just totally amazing, like next level.
Someone just said, consider Weezer unplugged, and I gotta be honest. When I heard you singing in front of the piano, it's like, man, he's singing really good. Like, maybe we could do some shit like that. That would be okay.
Yeah, I mean, what we just did is kind of unplugged, right?
Yeah, I guess it is.
Took a
I think
lot of-
Scott was the only one plugged in.
Hammond was plugged in.
Hammond was
That's
plugged
true.
in.
Hammond was plugged in.
Make me the only one.
Microphones are plugged in.
Kind of need the microphones.
Not for Say It Ain't So.
That's
There's
true.
no microphone. Oh wait, no, there was a
Oh.
microphone.
Oh, listen, we got to do a recording. Do you remember when we were on stage and we all huddled around one mic?
Oh
What,
yeah.
the hell, what was that? I would like to do more recordings like that, like Elvis
Same.
Presley style, like straight up Sun Records. Like, okay, the band's over there, don't play too loud. Okay, Elvis, you sing here and sing real good. Like, could be amazing.
Or what's that? Tennessee Waltz.
Or like Frank Sinatra. like those Frank Sinatra records are insane.
You recorded in the same place he recorded in.
Place, New Jersey.
Cello.
Oh, okay.
Someone keeps writing 2112. I'm like, okay, we can do 2112. It's fine.
All right, let's move on. Let's more questions. This is so fun.
Yeah.
All right, we'll find one more. Let's find one more good one.
One?
Or, well, it could be more than one, but I'll find one more now. It's hard to find them in this crazy chat.
You can stay on longer if you want, Brian.
Thanks.
Come on.
I'd love to.
Except one.
It's like the Zoom box is crashing when I try to scroll through all these things.
Let's just talk about what we want to talk about. Wait.
You know?
Well,
I have questions to ask Weezer.
Yeah.
Now I have an inter-party
When can we hear?
other section.
our manager.
Dude, you don't need to hear it. You can just hear it like the day of
That's you.
recording. No, you can do it, man. You got this. Our manager says,
Our manager just sent us an email, kind of outlining everything that's going to be happening over the next couple months, and there was just a ton of stuff. It was really exciting, and
Yes.
we of course after that we have the Hello Megan tour coming up.
we got to make Hello Megan shirts, dude.
Oh, yeah.
100%. Somebody HelloMegan.com right now. Like, do it.
I don't get it.
And then I was just talking to him today too about some plans for next summer. So it just looks like there's a ton of fun stuff
I'm registering that shit right now.
for the fans, but also for us.
That'll be great. Yeah, that list looks amazing.
Hello, Megan tour.
Hello, Megan. Hello, Megan.
I like that better.
You know what? Here's a question I know you guys have been asked many times in many other interviews, but Grant Yochis is asking this, and I got to say,
Buying HelloMegan.com.
good. In 2021, I think this is actually newly relevant because what would be the answer to this? What advice would you give to new musicians? I mean, it can't be easy right now. So what would you say?
Please yourself. Play what you want to hear. That's all you got to do. Play what you want to hear. Sorry, Scott.
No, it's the same advice that I would have give any young musician at any point of my life. It's just like be excellent at your instruments. Like I just spent a lot of time just getting exceptional on it. You know what I mean? And so when I met other exceptional people, we could make exceptional music together. That was my
Fair.
experience.
That's fair.
So put the time in at home, and then
That's
get
a lot
out there,
of
meet
work.
some other people, and have fun.
Yeah. I would agree with what both of these guys just said. I've practiced 45 minutes a day, every day for the past year. And then I agree with Pat. Like, try to hone in on what you like, and it's not going to be the same thing that everybody else likes. So kind of let go of that desire to please everybody. Just be the best version of yourself you can, and it's really helpful to find somebody else, at least one other person that has similar taste that can back you up. And in my case, like, Jake has really done wonders for my confidence in exploring what I like about music. So if you can find somebody like that, a cheerleader or partner, it can really help.
Yeah, big time.
It's excellent. Well, guys, it looks like our time is coming to a close in this VIP world, and I want to thank everybody, all 300 or 400 of you that elected to join us.
I do too, and thanks for participating.
Yes, thank you so much. It's really nice to have everybody get to see this and be part of it. It's really cool.
And thank you for all the questions, and thank you for your interest, and thank you guys for killing it during that performance. That was so great. I really enjoyed it. That was one of the coolest things I've seen you guys do, probably ever, really.
Cool. Nice.
And it just sounded fantastic. Oh. Sounded great as song. So I'm going to press the big red end button. So good night, everybody. Thank you so much.
Good night, everyone.
Gute Nacht.
Guten Tag. Here we go, the big end. And here we go. 5,
Boy.
4, 3, 2, 1. Ah!
Okie dokie, masterminds. That's all I have to share today. I will see you on April 21st. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, be smart for your heart. Good night.